Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for taking your time and joining the webinar. First of all, thank you so much for joining in. My name is Parikshit. I head the Revenue Management Department at Yanolja Cloud Solution, and today I would be speaking about improving your hotel's profitability via dynamic pricing. Now, before we deep dive into our today's topic, I just need to give you a brief intro of what YCS, or formerly known as Easy, is. We are one of the few hospitality companies with a complete uh, hospitality suite, and we mainly focus on small and medium-sized hotels globally. We are backed by South Korea's biggest travel giant, okay, and we have a very strong R&D which is involved in making the softwares, and our technology is suitable for all different kind of properties across the globe. We all know that COVID is a thing of past. We don't speak about it anymore. The hospitality has since changed. Travelers are traveling back globally. There is more of tourist influx across globe to all the regions, right? And this is also a good sign. But there is also a sign that there are more properties opening up, right? How do we survive in this tough competition, right? Because A, yes, people are coming, but B, there are more properties also coming in, and we need to somehow be able to be visible on all the different platforms to be able to capture that customer. Yeah. And for that, we need to look into revenue management. Okay. Now, I'm sure some of you are already practicing revenue management. For those who have joined us for the very first time, what is revenue management? Revenue management is we were taught many years ago, okay, by Mr. Marriott, is that it is a art of selling the right room to right customer at right time at right price point. Okay, but what is the right time? What is the right price point? And who is the right customer? Because see, now you are making a booking from your online systems. Okay, maximum bookings have shifted to OTAs, maximum bookings have shifted to your booking engine. There is no person over there. There is a computer interface with whom people are interacting to make the bookings. So in that position, it is very important to have that right price and that right time mix. And how these right price and right time can be derived. Okay. So when we do pricing, there are basic 7 parameters when the pricing is done. Initially, we used to have 4 different pricing seasons: one high season, one ultra high season, one medium season, and a low season. Now, with time evolving, we have to go beyond that. Okay, so we not just look into occupancy-based pricing, but occupancy along with what day of week, what month, what lead time, what is the seasonality, if you have any rooms left to sell on the last minute, and how the competition is selling, right? Sorry. So when I say that how these 7 parameters should be functioning, okay, give you a simple example. If I'm a business hotel, then I will be trying to sell my property on higher side on Monday to Thursday and a lower side on Fridays or Saturday, Sundays, weekends. But I also need to see in which month is it. Am I somewhere in a month where the occupancy will be high because of the season? So all those things also need to be considered now, not just in occupancy based pricing, but pricing based on all these different parameters. Okay. And why it is essential? Revenue management is now essential because, sorry, we want to enhance our efficiency, right? We have to look into operations, we have to look into sales factor. We cannot be present everywhere and doing all the things. So we need more of automation where revenue management comes into picture. Okay. When we do pricing based on revenue management strategies and not intuition, then we are likely to get more bookings. So it increases the booking, thereby it increases our profitability. Okay. When you are doing revenue management, you would think of different distribution channels. And with YCS, you have the ability to connect with 130 plus distribution channels globally. Okay. And with revenue management or with data that you have in hand, you can do guest profiling better. You can understand the patterns when you have more singles coming in, when you have more groups coming in, when you have more couples coming in, and do the pricing rather than doing intuition based pricing or this worked last time, maybe it will work this time. All those things can be taken care of when you do revenue management. Okay. When you have the data in hand. With revenue management, we also need to see, or we are able to understand the market better, right? If I'm sitting in a pool of 500 properties, I need to identify who are my customers. I need to identify who are my competitors. And then based on those competitors, I also need to determine my pricing. Because when a customer is doing a booking, then he's going to look at all different parameters, right from pricing to amenities to what is the review score, all those things. And we can analyze all these things when we do strategic revenue management instead of doing initial or old days of revenue management, where we used to have manual pricing in place. Answer to all those things is EasyMint. Okay. EasyMint is a revenue management software that works on the parameters that I just mentioned. It works 24/7, 365. Therefore, you do not have to get on a system every 2 hours to change the price. If there's a group coming in, if there's a cancellation, system works 24/7. And I'd like to very happily mention it is the fastest growing dynamic pricing tool in its category. Okay. We have since launch created new features like dashboard, flash report, daily pickup report, weekly revenue report, competition rate tracker, budgeting, and lot more things to help you make informed decision, reduce your workload, and improve the profitability. Okay. Now we work in a proactive manner. Okay, when I say proactive manner, what I mean is that in Mint, price gets triggered every 5 minutes. Okay, and apart from that, you also works on based on the triggers that I mentioned earlier. So, for example, if you have a 30 room inventory and then you have set a price that the moment I sell 15 rooms, my occupancy is checked and my price is increased, system is going to check, okay, 15 rooms booked, 50% occupancy matched, increase the price. Now you say that, okay, if it is not beating 60 or 70% by 5 o'clock in the evening, drop the price. The moment it hits 5, you do not have to remember, system knows that now it's 5, the occupancy has not reached the expected mark, drop the price. Thereby your manual work is reduced to a great extent. Okay. And we also control our pricing with ceiling and floor prices. So you will not sell at a very high price or a very low price. And people who have been using EasyMint have been very successfully getting 2x to 20x ROI within 3 months of usage. Now I mentioned dynamic pricing. Okay, let us understand the dynamic pricing a bit in detail. Dynamic pricing is a revenue management strategy that helps you or where hoteliers adjust the pricing in the real-time scenario based on various factors. All these real-time scenarios, like I mentioned, that you will not be able to identify or you will not be able to prioritize that I want to increase price only because of my occupancy. If that occupancy is falling on a Thursday and that occupancy is falling on a Friday, it will make a huge difference whether you retain the price or increase the price. Similarly, if you want to drop the price, which if it's a Saturday, you might not want to drop the price, but if it is a shoulder month or if it's a low month, then you might want to drop the price on a Saturday as well to be able to capture whatever bookings are coming in. Because of all these things that are happening in the market, dynamic pricing is more important than ever. Okay, because you have to change the price in real time. It optimizes the rate during high and low demand, which we just discussed. Okay, it is going to respond to what competition is doing. It is going to respond to what market is doing. Okay, and you can personalize the strategies as per your segment. You can personalize the pricing to attract more customers. And once you set that in the system, you spend more time doing customer service and less time doing manual price update. See, a price update, if I'm trying to push, let's say $500 and by mistake, I put a $50, I may end up losing a lot of money. And instead of $500, if I put a $5,000, I still will be in soup. With Mint, there are no errors like this. prices will be pushed automatically 24/7, 365 based on various pricing factors. So you do not have to spend time understanding and how all these factors to be applied. There's no need. Once you apply, it is going to work as long as it is there in the system. Now, I'd like to take you to a case study, okay, which we did for one of our customers. Now, what happened is they were not having very good business. Okay, what we did, we implemented Easy Mint for them, and we saw the growth in 3 months. Okay, the cancellations were there that got reduced, their ADR improved, their revenue increased, and they got good 15% return in 3 months' time. So, what we did, or how Easy Mint helped them. First, we understood that how that property functions. So we realized that they have a 10 days good healthy lead time. What we did was we started increasing the price from day 10 to day 0, okay, towards arrival, because we realized that there's no point for us to offer any sort of last minute deal because people are starting to book 10 days before arrival. So we put a lead time which gave them a good boost. People started making bookings earlier and they started getting that benefit. Second thing, we saw that which months perform. So in EasyMint, there's a dashboard where we can see the month performance. We saw that there are certain months where the property is not performing at all. We dropped the prices for those months. Okay, that we combined along with day of week. So in this property, we saw that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the business was pretty much straight. Then Friday, Thursday onwards, it was increasing. Friday, it was increasing. Saturday, it was at the peak. And Sunday, it was dropping further. Okay. We took that into consideration while doing the pricing. Another thing we saw is that there were long weekends or not. So all the long weekends that were coming in the calendar, we identified, we showed them to the property, we asked them which one do you think will work for you. They told us that 1, 2, 3 are the long weekends that will work for us. We implemented those long weekends. Okay. Now you see the beauty of EasyMint is that you did not apply all the pricing methods that are there. Month was important because you see here there's a drop. Okay. In this place, you can see that there's a drop in certain months and peak in certain months. Day of week, definitely, because there's a drop in certain months, weeks, day, and certain days it's going high. So we have to consider that. Long weekends we have to consider because if I'm looking at December as an example, then not entire December is going to be a heavy season for me. There'll be a long weekends like say Christmas or New Year where I will have more people coming into my property, right? So all those factors were considered. Lead time factors was considered. Occupancy definitely was considered. And because the people are booking 10 days prior, we need not go for last minute rule. Okay. And that resulted into good growth in revenue and good growth in occupancy and ADR. Okay. EasyMint helps you achieve all these things when you do the pricing right. And you don't have to worry about strategy because I have a team based over here which can help you make the strategies. And for first 3 months, we give the strategies to you, absolutely included it in our pricing. So you do not have to think, oh, where will I go for strategy? My team is there. They help you make strategies, implement them, and together we see the results that come from the property. I have clients who tell me that for New Year season, we take holiday because of Easy Mint. Prices are getting automatically uploaded and I'm able to spend time with my family. Okay, one customer told me that after 10 long years being a revenue manager for the very first time with Easy Mint, they were able to take a break from their routine and spend Christmas and New Year with family. Because Mint was at work, they were relieved that prices are getting uploaded on time and correctly. Now, another important aspect or feature that we have in the system is the pickup report. You are not going to be in front of the property computer 24/7. Someday you will go home. Okay, sometime you will go home and you will not have access to your system. Morning when you come 9 o'clock, you need to know what happened between yesterday to today. We have a pickup report that comes to you first thing in the morning on your desk via email and WhatsApp, where you can see what changes or what pickup you received from yesterday to today for next 30 days. right? So you do not have to crunch the data. Data is available. All the actionable insights are available, and you can call all the actions you want right there without having to first crunch and spend 2-3 hours doing analysis where you lose golden 2-3 hours of the day. In the very beginning of this presentation, I also spoke about competition rate tracker or looking into the market. We obviously need to see what our comp set is doing in the market, how they are faring versus how we are faring. So for that, we have created competition rate tracker as a feature within EasyMint where you can choose 4 of your comp sets. Then you can choose 4 OTS from where you want to fetch the data. And every day at 9 or 10 a.m., whichever time you set, you will get this data for next 30 days to understand the market and make important pricing decisions, right? After we launched this software, there was also a question about a lot of customers were saying that, we still need to use manual Excel sheet to sort of compare that this is my revenue target and this is what I have achieved, how far I am from my target, how closer to I am to my target. So for that, we created a budgeting system where if we have your last year's data, then by default, we add certain revenue value to it, a target value to it. Okay, by default, we add 10%, but you can modify it and you can track your targets in real time. You can see how ahead you are of your budget, how behind you are of your budget, and if you've lost any money due to cancellation. So revenue loss due to cancellation can also be tracked, and you can very effectively monitor and change your strategies to be able to achieve that number. Another very important feature that we have created in this system for your analysis is your weekly revenue report. This report comes to you every Monday or first day of the week that is set in the system at around 9 a.m. again, where you can see what was the performance in the last week, what it is like in this week, what the next week is looking like in terms of occupancy, in terms of revenue, cancellation, RevPAR, RevPAC, ADR. And there's a small widget over here in the right side which tells you that how many room nights you will need to do at the current ADR to be able to meet your target that we just set using a budget. And if we don't want to chase the room nights, then we can always chase the ADR that any room night or any booking that comes to me, I'm not going to take, say, let's say less than $170 or less than $300. I can check and accordingly I can make my pricing strategy. Okay. How do we stand apart? We stand apart because we are leading hospitality solution offering end-to-end integrated technologies to accommodations worldwide. We come with 17 years of experience and with a stronghold in R&D. So the tool that we just saw is designed with the help of revenue managers from across the globe. And we have our own revenue managers in-house. So all that experience was used to design this software. We have local presence and 24/7 customer support with 170 countries present currently. And we are backed by industry leaders like Booking.com, Agoda, Expedia, Airbnb, Trip Connect, and Google Hotel Ads. I'm very happy to share that we have been recognized by Airbnb, Google, Booking.com, Expedia, Agoda, MMT, and others for our constant upgradation in the technology, for being able to offer good support, for being able to create system that does not fall down at any given point in time. So with EasyMint, what happens is when you update the price, it gets updated in real time. You do not have to press the button, wait for half an hour, then the price. No, it gets updated in real time. You have a customer coming in, give that customer a check-in, system is going to check the occupancy, update the price. There's a cancellation, just update the price. System does that all for you so that you can focus more on customer satisfaction and less on pricing update. Very happy to share that we have 33,000 plus happy users worldwide. We support 50 plus languages. We have 300 plus partners globally. We have 300 plus expertise on board, and we offer 24/7 support. Okay, so this brings me to the end of the session. Now, if you have any questions, I'm very happy to answer those questions. You can write them down or you can send those questions to me one-on-one. And I'd like your feedback on this webinar. If you find it informative, please share your votes, and then we'll take any questions that come in. Okay, this is a question that I got. Does EasyMint operate on all different OTAs? Yes, it operates on all different OTAs. EasyMint actually operates on EasyCentrics, takes the feed from EasyCentrics and passes it on to all the OTAs. Okay, we take the data from Centrix, make the changes to the price, give it back to Centrix. It pushes 24/7 to all the OTAs. Can I add more than 4 comp sets? Currently, we are limiting ourselves to 4 competitors, but if you want, then we can definitely add more competitors for you. And it fetches rate once in a day for next 30 days. Okay. The next question I have is about how often does the price change happen? So like I mentioned, there is a trigger check at every 5 minutes. And apart from that, based on occupancy or day change, the prices are going to be updated. And those prices will be updated for next 365 plus days. So if we have kept the calendar open for next 2 years, then prices can be updated for even 2 years. No, you don't need PMS to use EasyMint. It is available inside EasyCentrics. And all the reports that I have mentioned are also part of the tool. Okay, so we have 2000 plus users globally who are using our tool as of date, and this number is increasing as we speak. So it is definitely a reliable tool which you can trust and try and implement at your property. But it is going to take 2 to 3 months to get the result, simply because the strategies are being created by you. Okay, you will understand the working of the tool where my team is going to help, and accordingly you can make changes to the strategies as well. Okay. If there are any more questions, I'll be happy to answer the questions. Okay, so I guess that brings us to the end of this webinar. And this is my contact detail that I have shared with you. For any further questions, you can reach out to me on parikshit.popat@technologiacloudsolution.com or +919016134660, and I'll be happy to answer all your revenue management related queries. Thank you so much for joining in today, and I look forward to offer better yield for your property using EasyMint. Thank you.